Real estate is so hot right now. People are buying homes without even stepping foot inside the house, going sight unseen. I know I just did it recently. Welcome back to another episode of the Fund and Grow Show. And today I thought I'd share how I personally flip houses because the market is extremely hot right now. I'm doing really great with it and I wanted to just kind of share this with you guys. But before we jump into that, make sure you give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you guys get updates on the next video. So my first tip might sound counterintuitive, but it's a crucial one. Stop over planning, stop overthinking, just begin, get into it, get your feet wet, and learning by doing is really the first step anyone needs to know about this industry. You kind of just gotta fail forward. It's about progress, not perfection. You know, don't worry about a website or anything like that. Just find deals, invest, and continue that process.
People who are willing to explore the unknown. We will never make progress unless we're willing to take risks.
So the second step is finding a property. And obviously it's not as easy as a basic Google search or going on the MLS. You want to find off-market deals. Finding off-market deals, that could be a tricky one, especially in this market. There's a lot of competition right now, but there's plenty of ways you can find off-market deals. One of the ways that I like to do it is to get the tax delinquent list, and that's people who are delinquent on their taxes over 2 years. That usually means that they own that property outright. So they have no mortgage on the property and they're having to pay the property taxes themselves. And then sometimes they forget to pay them. So a lot of times these could be landlords who aren't paying attention to the tax bill, or it could be someone in a distressed situation who isn't able to pay the tax bill, and then you could make them an offer right at the right time and help them avoid going to a tax sale or to foreclosure. Because some people don't have the money to pay that tax delinquent amount that they owe. So if you come in at the right time, you're actually helping a lot of people out.
I'm not interested in selling my home.
Okay, $500,000.
Number 3 is once you find the off-market deals, once you've got that figured out, and if you want more information about that, we have a whole other video that talks about finding off-market deals on our channel. There's a lot of different ways besides going to the tax delinquent list. There's tons of other lists, tons of other ways to do it. So check that video out. Now, once you find the properties and you've got a good deal, you're gonna wanna assess the repairs on the property, figure out what the condition is. Does it need a new roof? Does it need a new AC? Are you gonna have to replace the entire kitchen? Can you get away with just painting the cabinets? You know, does the bathroom look like 1980? Do I have to update the bathroom? All of those things you wanna look at. You can make an estimate based on about $20 per square foot. If it's like a full rehab, that's usually pretty accurate. But most houses are around 20 to 30,000. Sometimes you're pushing 40 if you start getting into the bigger houses. But if you're about 2,000 square feet or under, you can pretty much expect to spend between 20 to 30, 35,000, depending on the work that you're hiring. You know, if you have a good deal with like a wholesale type of a crew that you're working with, like what I have going on, then you're in much better shape. You know, you might be on the $20,000 side of things instead of the $40,000, but that's usually what you're looking at when you're assessing repairs. If it needs a roof, then you're looking at the higher end. If it doesn't need the roof and it doesn't need a full rehab, then you're on the lower end. And that's something that I learned just by pretty much estimating it based off of what I think it was, Googling things to figure out you know, the cost of repairs. But once you figure out the repairs that are needed on the property, then you can figure out how much business credit you're going to need to spend on that property, because that's going to tell you, you know, what your offer is going to be on the house. That's why we're finding out what the repairs are before the offer, so that we can make a good offer that's going to allow us to invest that $20,000, $30,000 in repairs and then still have meat on the bone to make a profit. And usually we're trying to make about a 30%, 20 to 30% profit on what we invest. So that means we have to buy the property right. So usually I'm trying to buy the property for anywhere from 50 to 70% of the after repair value.
Do we have a deal?
Do we have a deal?
That's a deal.
It's a deal.
That means it's a deal. We're both winners tonight.
Once you've determined the repairs, and then you've also determined the comps on the property. So basically, you're assessing repairs, I should add in here, and you're figuring out the market value through comps, right? A lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. You look around the area, find out what the homes are selling for in the area, And then you take the repairs, you take the value, and that's how you come up with your offer. You want to make your offer, like I said, between 50 to 70% of the after repair value of what you're seeing in that area, and that's what your offer is going to be. That's how you're going to make your cash offer. That's how you come up with that. So a lot of times people, what they'll do is they'll take the comps in the area, they'll take 3 comps in the area, they'll divide that by 3, and they'll take that number and they'll multiply it by 0.5 or 0.7 or 0.6, like 60%, 70%, 50%. And then that tells you what the offer should be, because you're taking the values in the area and then you're multiplying that basically by 50, 60, or 70%. And that's going to tell you what you need to offer so that you're getting a discount price, right? And that's how you come up with your cash offer. And you can get a lot more deals done if you're using business credit or just in general other people's money, right? If you're coming out of pocket, then you're only going to be able to do so much. But if you're using hard money loans or business credit, private money, you can do a lot more deals that way, and you can make a lot more cash offers and do a lot more flips. That's what a lot of our clients do. That's what I do. I spend a lot of money through credit, through business credit on my flips. They help me fund deals. They help me fund the rehab side of things. And right now I have 3 that I'm working on that I would not be able to do without credit. So once you've made your cash offer, that's a whole other science. We have another video about negotiating with off-market sellers. But once you've made your cash offer, you got the property under contract, you close on it, you can use business credit, like I said, hard money, whatever you want to do. And the cool thing about business credit is you can literally send a wire transfer to the title company, right? So the wire goes from your business credit account to the title company, and now you can close on the deal as a cash buyer. Or if you're using hard money, you can use hard money and then you can supplement the deal with business credit. So let's say you need a down payment for a hard money loan, or you want to do half business credit, half hard money, you can do that as well.
Whoa, no heavy lifting. I got it.
No, it's okay.
What do you got in there? Cinder blocks?
$500,000 in cash.
Now once you've got under contract, you've got the funding side figured out. Now what you're going to want to do is avoid retail prices when it comes to the repairs that you're doing on the property. So how do I do that? Well, every time I'm speaking with someone who's in the service area, whether it's a plumber or a granite guy or the painters, the roofers, every single part of the property that needs to be repaired. Anytime I'm working with somebody new, I always let them know, hey, this is going to be repeat business. This isn't just like a one-time normal retail situation. I'm going to be coming back. I'm a business and I'm looking for wholesale relationship, basically. Once they understand that you're an investor and you're going to bring them business, they are like, things change, right? They might have had a retail price for you, but once you let them know that, you'll start seeing that if you get the right crew, the right people, you're going to get discounted prices that way. And that's what I've done. And it's really allowing me to keep more of the profit. Because I'm not spending, $80,000 for repairs as I would with a big company, because I'm basically doing those same repairs and I'm spending $20,000 to $30,000 on most of my flips. I haven't really spent much more than that. So avoid retail, set up those relationships, and keep those people under your wing, so to speak. Don't try to talk them down on every single thing. Be reasonable with them. But also kind of hold the line too, because if you let it go for too long, after a few repairs, after a few months of working together, every once in a while you'll get a bill and you'll think it's a little high, and then you gotta bring something up, let them know, hey, this one seems a little high. Are we still on the wholesale thing? Are we starting to get closer to retail? That happened to me recently. And you just got to go about it the right way. Remember, at the end of the day, these guys need to make money too. You're making thousands on these deals, and they're making hundreds really between all of them. So take care of them, but at the same time, hold that line of the wholesale relationship and avoid paying retail prices as much as you possibly can. Just don't be a complete cheapskate.
Just don't be a complete cheapskate.
But I know my daddy once told me to save my money and don't squander it.
And then, of course, repair wisely, right? Don't go and put in crown molding in your flip. I mean, unless you're in a really high-end area, you can do that. But for the most part, you want it to look good, you want it to smell good, feel new. So definitely repair pretty much as you can to get it into that top dollar shape, because that's the idea. Anytime I'm doing one, I'm trying to get the property in shape to reach the top dollar, the top market value. But I'm still not putting in crown molding or doing like a bunch of, overly customizing things. I'm doing what's really needed: the paint, the granite flooring, baseboards, roof, AC. I want to paint the driveway, the garage, make sure the pool deck looks good if there's a pool. So basically just try to make everything look brand new without over customizing it, and then you'll be in really good shape. And whether you use a hard money loan or you do a business credit wire, either way, this should give you a kind of a good understanding, or at least an intro to what it's like to go through the fix and flip process. A lot of our clients are using business credit to fund some of their deals, like entirely. Some of them are using hard money and business credit. So that's something that you can do as well. We just wanted to make this video to kind of give you guys some insight into how our clients are investing in real estate and using business credit to fund the deal, from the repairs to the actual purchase. So hopefully you guys liked it. If you did, like the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great rest of your day.